We're back. Training camp. It's finally here. Everyone has reported today. I think a few teams reported last week already, but now all 32 teams are coming to practice, whether they're in shorts and shirts or going full pads. Football's back. So we're going to talk storylines. What things should you be paying attention to going into training camp and just going into the season overall? We're going to start with the AFC East because, in my opinion, call me a homer. I don't care. This is the best division in football. The NFC East, all the Easts, the Easts are good. They all got Super Bowl contenders, people who are going to come in and make some noise. But I really think the AFC East could legit have 4 potential playoff teams. So we're going to talk Buffalo Bills first. And I think the story going into this season for Buffalo is the Super Bowl window closing already. Did they already miss their opportunity to make the run and live up to all the hype that they have been receiving over the last couple of years? You make it to the playoffs the last, I think, 3 years in a row just to get either snuffed out in the first round or beat by the Bengals or beat by the Chiefs. And I just feel like they can't overcome this hump to even make it to the AFC Championship game. So, that really big game against the Chiefs, that wasn't the championship game. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. No. Yeah, that wasn't. So, I think they're really just looking to get over the hump. The first hump was getting to the playoffs. Now it's actually getting to an opportunity to play for a Super Bowl. And of course, getting to the Super Bowl itself. I've heard kind of some crazy nonsense talking about Sean McDermott might be on the chopping block. Do not fire this man who turned around your whole organization. Some rumblings on Stephon Diggs maybe being on the way out earlier in spring camp or voluntary camp. He was making a little bit of headlines and being a little bit of a drama queen. Is he kind of the issue all of a sudden? Are him and Josh Allen still buddy, drop in, play Warzone? Because I think that this team is starting to get to the point where they're going to have to start paying some younger players. I think that their defense is getting a lot older. They lost a few key pieces over the offseason. So I don't know. I'm just curious, like, how is this going to end up for them? And are they going to be able to take that next step? Because right now it's still like Super Bowl or bust. That's what everyone talks about when they refer to the Bills. So we'll see going into this training camp, going into this season. Do they start off fast? They start off slow? I guarantee you, if they go in and lose Monday night, week 1 against the Jets, there are going to be all kinds of headlines like, are the Bills done? Is it now a new division crown with Miami and New York and blah, blah, blah. So they have a lot of pressure on them going into this year. But speaking of pressure, I feel like I can't stop seeing news about the Jets. And usually it's all really negative news, but now all of a sudden, people coming out of the woodworks, oh, the Jets are going to be so good. Oh, they got Aaron Rodgers. They might get Dalvin Cook, blah, blah, blah. I'm not used to this as a Jets fan. I'm not used to so many people being positive and talking about us so much. It's almost like there's so many expectations on this team who haven't done anything in the last 20 years. Well, at least 10 to 12. So the biggest storyline for me going into this is, can they handle the hype? Can the New York Jets be what everyone is saying they are going to be? Or are they going to be the biggest laughing stock because they're going to be ridiculed and dragged through the media mud if Aaron Rodgers has a bad year, if the defense regresses, if the offense is still only putting up 10 to 12 points a game? I'm scared for them. A very young team. Granted, thank God for a few veterans that have come in. Aaron Rodgers, Al Woods, Alan Lazard. You still have CJ Mosley. They got the drama with Quentin Williams out of the way, paid the man, looks really good for the organization. I just really, really hope that they at least make it to the playoffs. Because if they don't, it's going to be a completely botched season. Everyone's going to come out going into 2024 saying, oh, we hyped up the Jets just for them to face plant. That's the last thing this team needs with their youth and the confidence that they have right now. I just hope the beginning of this season going against you have the Bills week 1, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Eagles, all within the first 6 weeks before you get to the bye. Can they make it out of that at least at 500 so that the back end they can start maybe putting together a run to get into the playoffs? Going over to the Dolphins, this team is almost like in the middle between the Jets and the Bills because they have so much hype going into this year with all the additions that they've made. And then they also have Super Bowl-esque expectations because they did so well last year until Tua got hurt. But for me, that's the storyline. That's what we got to pay attention to in training camp going into the season. How does Tua start off? How does he handle so many questions about can he lead the team? How they only go as far as Tua goes. And I think it's going to be a real mind game. But luckily for Tua, he has Mike McDaniel, who I think is the best coach he could be paired with right now to really instill confidence in himself. So a lot of expectations here with Jalen Ramsey coming over. You go and get, well, they might go get Dalvin Cook. That's still in the mix apparently as well. But you have Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, who both went over 1,000 yards last year. They bring over Tyron Armstead last off season. Add some additions on defense. They just have so many pieces to make them good. And if they just shit the bed, it's going to be not fun for Miami going into next offseason as Jalen Ramsey's 1 year older, Xavier Howard's 1 year older, Tyreek Hill's 1 year older. They have a good team, but I don't see a whole lot of youth. Outside of Waddle, they get A-Chain from A&M and maybe Jalen Phillips right on the defensive line. So we're just going to have to see. But a lot of expectations, and it's going to all ride on the shoulder of Tua Tagovailoa. And can he stay healthy to even keep them in these games? Last but not least, the New England Patriots. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy this one. The last 20 years, it's been hooting and hollering, and we're so good, and Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. It is time for y'all to pump the brakes. It's time for y'all to eat a little bit of humility pie in my book. I don't know if the Patriots win 6 games. I really don't. With the regressions that the offense has taken, yes, the defense is the defense, and Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick. But I don't think Mac Jones is that guy. I don't think he's that dude. You go get Bill O'Brien to help save Matt Patricia's disgusting sorry excuse for an offense. Yeah, you get Mike Gesicki, you get Juju Smith-Schuster, you draft a couple of guys, but man, I think in this division that really, I think, understands how y'all have to play football to win, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. And their schedule is also not any easier than anyone else in this division because they have to play all the same people. But, man, does Bill O'Brien come in and change this offense in a way that fits Mac Jones' strengths? They obviously have the connection from Alabama. If he can't do it, I don't know who can. Yes, Mac Jones was good. One of only 4 quarterbacks in the last 10 years to lead their team to a playoff or to the playoffs as a rookie. That's no joke. I get it. I just think Mac Jones' ceiling is very limited. And unless you can break through something like that, you're not going to be able to win a bunch in this league. Average is only going to get you 6 to 8 wins. So they might still finish 8 and 9, but I think that is not going to even sniff around getting a wild card spot or getting into the playoffs, just with how tough the AFC as a whole is. Because they're not winning this division. There is no way in hell the Patriots win this division. No shot. So they're going to have to sneak in as a wild card. And when you still have the Chargers, obviously the Chiefs are winning their division, most likely. The Broncos, the Steelers are making a comeback. The Browns are looking good. Baltimore and Cincinnati have been great. Jacksonville's on the come up. Maybe Tennessee actually surprises some people. I'm scared for New England. Actually, no. Like I said, I'm ready for this. Whenever they are picking in the top 5, top 10 of the NFL draft, y'all gonna hear me. I promise that. So we'll see. This division overall is going to be really, really tough. Whoever comes out on top is going to have a huge advantage just getting that, hopefully, first round bye, because I think the winner of this division could be the number 1 seed in the AFC. But that being said, we are going to go through all the divisions. So go check out those videos and we'll catch y'all in the next one.